Hey, it's Reggie Pegues here, and I'm just so happy that you're here today. It's day one, number one of the 5-day Facebook Attraction Marketing Challenge. And I'm so happy that you're here, guys. You're going to get so much out of this week, but it's going to take you having an open mind because you're going to hear phrases, you're going to hear terminology, and you're going to experience some things that you're probably not used to, and that's okay. Just keep your mind open. Keep your mind open and just learn what it is that I'm going to share with you this week. Apply what it is that I'm going to share with you this week. And then let's see what happens at the end of 5 days. I know that if you stick to the program and you follow everything that I'm going to show you this week, that you're going to see some results. And at the end of this week, I have a special offer for you guys that is just, it's designed exactly for the people that are taking this training. So, we want to talk about today. We want to talk about what is attraction marketing. Because after all, that's why you came here, right? You came to learn what attraction marketing is. But before we talk about what it is, let's talk about what it's not. Up until this point, many of us have been exposed to multi-level marketing companies, affiliate companies, various opportunities, right? But the one thing that you may not realize is that those companies do not teach you how to market. There's a vast difference between marketing and prospecting, okay? Prospecting is when you're talking to every person that you can, the 3-foot rule, anybody with a post, that give you, your company give you the idea that everybody wants what it is that you have. Marketing is when you decide on a select group of people and you identify with what it is they present as a problem, and then you offer them a solution to their problem, and then you build a rapport and relationship with them so they become repeat customers. What's a basic example? We all know about McDonald's, right? We've all at one point or another, even if you're a vegan or a vegetarian, you know about McDonald's. And what is it that attracted us to McDonald's? It was the way that they marketed their product and their brand. They created something that invited you in to what it is that they had to offer. What was the problem? People wanted to be able to get a meal at a reasonable cost that they didn't have to prepare and they could take out if they chose to. So McDonald's Corporation saw that as a problem. They saw that as something to be solved, and then they came up with a solution, right, to that problem. So, for example, again, let's say if you have a headache, right, you go get some Tylenol, get some aspirin. So Bayer, which is the aspirin company or the Tylenol company, they realized if you have a headache, the thing that you want, your problem is that you want the pain to go away. So they created a product for you to go purchase to solve the problem. So it makes sense? So there's a difference. Now, when we're prospecting, we're talking to everybody, and up until this point, you've probably been, pitching your links, and you're sharing their images and things, and you're going after everybody and you're chasing everybody. But with this course over the next 5 days, what we're going to do is we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to turn the table. We're going to do something completely opposite. Because if you're not aware of attraction marketing, the key element to attraction marketing is to have people come toward you instead of you having to chase them. And after all, isn't that what you really want? Isn't that what you really want? I know that I did. I know when I first started out in business, just like you, I was after everybody and chasing everybody and trying to get everybody to buy my product and all sorts of things. And after a while, it became very tiresome. It became frustrating. I could only talk to one person at a time. But the beauty of attraction marketing is instead of talking one-to-one, it gives you the opportunity to talk to one-to-many. And we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that terminology, one-to-one as opposed to one-to-many. And we're going to learn how be still. That's right. Now I know that's going to blow your mind. But one of the key elements to attraction marketing is learning how to be still. Just be still. Be in a place where your audience and the people who are looking for your product, service, or opportunity can find you. So that's what we're going to, some of it of what we're going to cover this week. So again, let's talk about what attraction marketing is not. Attraction marketing is not spamming your link everywhere. Attraction marketing isn't jumping in somebody's inbox and just pitching them. That's not what attraction marketing is. Attraction marketing, as I said, is finding out what people want. It's really very simple. It's finding out what people want and then giving it to them. Just that simple. But here's the key. Here's something that I want you to think about. Generally, when you come in contact with your audience, the thing that they want isn't the thing that you have. Okay, I told you it's going to be counterintuitive. I want you to think about this. It's not necessarily going to be the thing that you have. Because when you come in contact with these people, they're only focused on what they want to have solved, what their problem is. And if you can develop that relationship and solve that question, now you become an authority figure in their world, in their space. And when you do that, then you start to build rapport. You start to build a relationship. And business is built on relationships. That's how you are going to be able to take you from where you are to the next level. It's about relationships. As I gave you the McDonald's example, they built relationships. They built relationships. You became accustomed to their brand. You knew what the golden arches were. You became, familiar with Ronald McDonald. You built a relationship. They built a relationship with you. And in turn, you gave them your money. So, when we do attraction marketing, again, we want to become the magnet. We want to become, why does a magnet work? There's polarization in a magnet. So if you have a magnet and there's a metal object, that metal object is attracted to the magnet. It's not that the magnet has to go to the object comes to them. And that's our objective. We want to get more people coming to us. We want to get more people to have their eyes on what it is that we have to offer. But we want to create leverage, and we want to get quality people and qualified people to come to us ready to do business with us because they've been looking for us, looking for what we have, and they're ready to do business. So, who can use attraction marketing? Well, anybody can use attraction marketing, whether it's online, which I just gave you some offline examples, but whether it's online or offline, we can all use attraction marketing because after all, we want to leverage our time. We want to be able to get people to see us, to recognize us, and to stand out. Because see, in your company, you're not the only one doing that business. You're not the only one that's doing that opportunity. You're not the only marketer there is on the planet. So you got to learn the skills, and that's what we're going to cover over these next 5 days. You got to learn the skills of how to make yourself stand out, how to get noticed, how to attract people to you. When we think about attraction, think about any relationship that you might have been in. Think about not only a relationship, but think about something that you wanted. There was a chemical attraction, like your girlfriend or your boyfriend or your husband or whatever. You saw them, they saw you. There was an attraction. You wanted to get to know them, they wanted to get to know you, and then things built from there. Conversely, there's other people where they might have tried to enter your space or express that they like you, but you just didn't like them. You didn't connect with them. Okay, so it's a physical, chemical thing that goes on. Either you like something or you don't like something. Either you like McDonald's or you like Burger King. it's that kind of thing. So everybody's not going to like you. Everybody's not going to dig what it is that you have. Sorry, my alarm. Is not going to dig everything that you have, and they're going to, those are the people that you're not going to be worried about. You really only want to talk to the people that want to talk to you, who want what it is that you have and are ready to do business. So it's understanding, realistically, attraction marketing is really understanding how to cause people to come to you as opposed to repelling them. So when we're prospecting people and we're chasing them down and you quote unquote going through your warm marketing and you're going through all that stuff, you have already experienced. You got people that they won't take your calls anymore. Every time they see you coming, they go the other way. It's a myriad of things. But you want to be able to change that. You want to be able to change that relationship. And how you change that? You change that by being a problem solver. Solving people's problems. You can solve people's problems. That endears you to those people. Because like I said, when it comes to attraction marketing, the trick is not chasing everyone. It's not chasing everyone. The trick is staying in place and having them being able to find you. Is your favorite store, is it in one location? Is it Target or whatever? Is it in one location, or do you have to each week find out where the store is? So you want to be in a permanent place where they can find you. The challenge will be your mindset. Because what we're going to talk about this week, you're going to have to change your mindset. You're going to have to change the way you think, because up until this point, you thought that you had to chase everybody. But we're going to work on that this week. Okay, so I'm going to give you some examples of how to do this, how attraction or marketing looks. First, we're going to lead with something that they want. Not necessarily what you have, but something that they want. Okay? You want to lead with something. It's called bait. You want to lead with something that they want. And then after you lead with something that they want, and like I said, you answer some questions and you begin to develop the relationship, then you can slowly and gently introduce them to the thing that you have. Okay, you can expose them to the thing that you have, right? And then after that, you're just going to follow up with them and follow up with them and follow up with them. Sounds simple, right? It took me a while to learn this, but if you can get those three things, lead with something that they want, gently expose them and introduce them to something that you have, and then follow up with them, this is the recipe for success. And we're going to talk about how you follow up, tools that you can use to follow up. Some people like to get on the phone. Some people don't want to talk to people. But we're going to talk about various different tools that you can use. You can use things such as like capture pages. You can use webinars. You can use, registration forms. You can use ManyChat. You can use autoresponders. You can use so many different tools to follow up with somebody. And what does that do? When we take them through this process, one of the key things I want you guys to understand is that we want to get permission to follow up with them. We want to get permission to connect with them. Because once they give you permission by an autoresponder or going through a capture page and giving you their email, then we can expose them to what it is that we have to offer. But generally, like if you do a one-on-one or you're talking to people, at the market or in the mall or whatever, once you have that or you even make a phone call, once you do that, it's pretty much over, because if you don't close them in a certain amount of time, they move on, they forget about you, or they've already made a decision that, no, I don't want to do business with you based on whatever it is, because probably what you did, you pitched them instead of trying to build a relationship, and they just aren't that into you. It's simple. It's not that hard. It's not that complicated. So when we think about those things and we take them through this process, now you have a qualified person who's ready to do business with you. And I don't know about you, but it's so much easier to have a qualified person that's looking for me, wants what I have, and ready to do business, than as opposed to what I used to do, which is, do you want to buy my product? Do you want to buy my product? Do you want to buy my product? It makes it so much easier. So that's basically what we're going to think about today. You want to think about, you want to lead with an offer. You want to give value. You want to give value to what it is that you're doing. Then once you get permission by offering them something, bringing them through your capture page or whatever it is, they give you permission. Once you got permission, then you can gently ease them into what it is that you have in terms of your offer. And then we follow up. Once we do that, now we got a qualified person ready to play. Somebody who's ready to play with us. Someone who wants to do business with us. Somebody who wants to engage with us. And it makes the process so much easier. So that's just the overview of what attraction marketing is. Guys, if you got any questions, I want you to drop the questions in the comments in this thread. And let's talk about it. I know it's a new concept to many of you. It's a new premise, but you can get this. And it's so much easier. When you get this down and you start learning the other things that we're going to talk about this week, about how to generate leads and how to create content and things like that, you'll wake up every day to leads instead of having to go and bug your friends, your family, and your neighbors trying to get them to buy your product. Right? It sounds like a much better deal. So, your homework for today. Your homework for today. And I want you to understand. You got to understand this. Everything that I'm giving you are things that I've actually done for myself that have proven successful. So whatever it is, don't worry about if it makes sense to you right now. I just want you to be open. Okay? Don't worry about if it makes sense to you right now. What I need you to do is follow the steps. Follow the steps. So the homework for today is the first thing I want you to do, and I want you to write these things down. Take your time. It's not just going to come to you right away unless you already know, right? And I'm a follower of the 1 Minute Manager. We're going to talk about that. I'll be putting a video up in the group about the 1 Minute Manager. I want you to write these things out, but it shouldn't take any more than 1 minute. It should be no more than maybe a paragraph, maybe two, that you can read in 1 minute, and it should be on one page. It should be on one page, all right? So the first thing that we want to talk about, I want you guys to think about what it is that you really, really, really want. And I got a clue for you. I got a hint. It's not money. When I say what you really want, what do you want your business to do? Do you want to be able to stay at home with your kids, or take that trip that you've always planned, or start that not-for-profit, or be able to travel? What is it that you really want? What do you want in terms of lifestyle? What do you really want? Because see, after all, money, and we're going to cover this too this week, money, I'm going to go over the four principles of what money does. See, many people don't understand what money is actually supposed to do for us. But money, I know it sounds counterintuitive. Money is not the thing that you actually want. You want the things that money can do. You want the things that money can buy. So it's not real. You think it's money, but that's not the objective. It's what it can do for you. So when you think about what it is that you really want, I want you to take your time to think about, what is it that I really want? Do I want to be able to spend more time? Do I want a better relationship with my husband or my wife or my girlfriend or my boyfriend? Do I want to be able to take that dream vacation? What is it that you want? Do I want to improve the quality of life? Do I want to move to a different place in the country? What do you really, really want? For me, when I did this exercise years ago, I really just didn't want to work for anybody else. And I wanted to spend more time with my child, with my daughter. It's that simple. That's simple. You don't have to be complicated. You don't have to be politically correct, because this is just for you. And we're going to probably go back to review this, so I don't want you to miss any steps. So, your first assignment is, what is it that you really want? The second thing, second part of the assignment, I want you to list 10 things that you really love. Really love. Like, I love music. I love sports. I love good food. I love to travel. Okay? List 10 things that you really, really love to do. And if you're not doing them now, you can list stuff that you want to do in the future. But I want you to list 10 things, okay? The third part of this assignment is I want you to list 10 things that you want your customers, or your partners to have in terms of you working with them. What type of qualities do you want them to have? You know, do you want them to be resourceful? Do you want them to be ambitious? Do you want them to be self-starters? Do you want them to be go-getters? You know, whatever that list is, list 10 things that you want your customers to be and what you want your teammates or your partners to be. Because right there, this particular exercise, what you're doing is you're beginning to create a profile. And we're going to talk about profiles, how you create a profile. And so that way you know exactly and you're clear about who it is that you're speaking to, who you want to do business with, and who you want to go after. So list 10 things that you want your customers and your partners, qualities that you want them to have. So, that's your homework. That's your assignment. This is day number 1. This is the first in a series of 5. I want you guys to make sure that you do the assignments. Make sure that you check the done box when you're done, so I know when you're finished. And we're just going to have a great week. I'm going to supply you with a lot of great content. Make sure you check out everything that's in the group, the books that I post, the videos that I post. Everything is for your benefit. It's stuff for you to use to help you go from where you are and put you on the path to where you are. So, I hope you guys got a lot of value out of today. I'm so excited that we're doing this. I'm looking forward to tomorrow. I want you to be excited too. Make sure that you do your assignments today and get it done, because the only way you learn is by doing. Don't worry about whether you get it right or you get it wrong. There's no wrong answers. The thing is to take action. And if you take action, things will happen. So, guys, I look forward to talking to you tomorrow. Take care. Get your homework done. Talk to you later.